Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Shai. Be sure to click that red button down below and subscribe. That way you do not miss out on any videos that I post. I post videos every single week. I actually just finished up Vlogmas on my channel, so if you have not seen those, definitely be sure to check them out. They're all right here on my channel. Everything's just on one channel, so this channel will have videos like vlogs, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, pretty much everything. I'll be talking about my journey on like finding a job and graduating college and just like all different things. So today I thought I would do this video that I've kind of seen going around. It's called Decade in Review, since we are going into 2020. It's been, you know, we're finishing a decade, so I figured that this would be a good way to kind of get you guys to know me and like just like, I don't know, give you guys a little bit more like information on who I am. And I figured this would be a good way to do it because I can kind of take you through each year and just like show you what I've done each year and like how I've grown and things like that. So I have like a little list here on my phone of like everything that I've done over the years. I will preface by saying the first few years is kind of just boring because, to be completely honest, I don't really remember too much from my high school years, like the beginning. So this really starts once I've graduated high school, but we're gonna just jump right into the video. Okay, so in 2009, we'll start at 2009 because, you know, 2009 to 2019. In 2009, I was basically like finishing up middle school. So yeah, 2009, I believe I was like, yeah, I was in 8th grade, and I don't really know what I did back then. I mean, it was just like a weird time. I was in 8th grade. 2010, I started high school. So in 2010, I started high school, and high school was a lot better for me than middle school. I really didn't enjoy middle school because I went to a school that once you got to middle school, both elementary schools kind of combined into like one middle school. So there was like so much drama, and just like girls were so mean in middle school. And even myself, like I was like such like a mean girl. I don't know why we were like that to each other. It just like wasn't, I don't know. I look back at myself and cringe because middle school was just terrible. But then I got to high school and I kind of had like my friend group, and that was like really fun. So in 2010, I started high school. And I played volleyball all the way through, so 2010, 11, 12, and then 2013 and 14 when I graduated. So I played sports all the way through. I played volleyball and cheer, and yeah, so that's what I did like basically all throughout high school. In 2013, I got my license, so that was like kind of like my big thing in 2013. I was really excited. I was a junior, and I got my license, and yeah, so I could drive. That was really fun. Fun fact, I actually failed my road test the first time I took it, so I was actually really bummed about not getting my license the first time. But then like as I got older, I'm like really glad that I didn't get it that first time because I was not ready to be a driver. I shouldn't have been on the road, so it was a good thing that I failed that first time. And then in 2014, it was my senior year of high school. Such a fun year, the best year. I actually graduated high school, and I went right from graduation basically. So we graduated that year, I'm pretty sure on like June 28th. It was really late, our graduation. We basically went to like had classes until like I think it was like the 15th, and then the following week or something was our graduation. So it was really late. And I had to actually go away. So I graduated on the 28th, and on July 5th, so the day after 4th of July, I actually was like going away to like this college program over the summer. So basically what happened was, in high school, I obviously applied to colleges and stuff like that, and the college that I ended up picking to go to, then I actually needed to go to do like a summer course because I wasn't really that good at math. So the school like required me to go to this like program over the summer. It was just like a 1-month program, so I needed to go from, I think it was like July 5th to August 6th or something, and I was basically just gonna be there for that month. And that was like my first experience like ever going away like from home for like a long period of time. I didn't know anyone. It was really, really weird, and I know that I was like getting ready to do that anyways come fall to go to college, but being away from my friends like my senior year summer, I don't know, it's something about that just like I feel like it really changed who I was. And to make a long story short, I came home in August after the program was over. I went back to, I only had a couple weeks home, and then I went back to school when school started. I think school started for us like August 28th or something like that. So we didn't even have, like I didn't even have a month home after the summer program. And then I went back and I ended up dropping out in October. So that was my whole little college experience right out of high school. I thought I was ready to like go away. My college was 3 hours away from home. I didn't have a car, and even if I did have a car, I wasn't allowed to have one on campus. So I was like basically just like finding rides home every weekend. I hated it, so I ended up just dropping out. It was not for me. So I came home and I needed to kind of like figure out my life, because I never like saw myself dropping out of college. That was just like crazy. So I ended up getting a full-time job basically at Marshall's. I just like went in and I applied, and they actually hired me right on the spot. It was the first place that I applied, and I just started working there, and I worked there every day. And it was really fun. Actually, it was kind of like a fun job. I had like fun people I worked with, and just working there was, it was just like a good time. Like it was a lot of young people, and everyone was really, really cool. So I started working there, and then I finished like that semester. So I dropped out of college in October, so the semester goes through December obviously. So October, November, December, and January I just didn't do anything besides work every day, just worked full-time. And then come January I started back at college. I went to my community college, and I just went undeclared. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like confused, so I just went undeclared. So I just kind of was getting my prerequisites and like my basic like liberal arts classes out of the way. And that's what I did for that for a while. And then I figured out that I wanted to do respiratory therapy. That's like what I thought I wanted to do. So starting in 2015, that was 2015. Yeah. So in 2015, I started school undeclared. That was for the spring semester. I went to school undeclared. And then I finally figured out, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to school for 2 years and I'm going to do respiratory therapy. I thought this was a great idea. We can see I'm not a respiratory therapist now in 2019, but this is what I thought was a good idea. So I decided that I was going to register for that. And they also had that program at my community college. So I thought like, oh, this will be really good. Like I'll just like transfer in smoothly. And the program starts every fall semester, so I had to wait till the following fall semester to register. So I registered, everything was good, and yeah, I started out my year, well, kind of ended the year. It's kind of weird how school works, but so I started the next fall semester doing respiratory therapy. So that was fall of 2015. So then toward the end of it, toward like October again, I feel like October is like my month of like figuring shit out. I realized that I hated it, and that I actually did not want to touch people ever in my life. Like I didn't want to physically be hands-on with people. I didn't want to do trachs. Like I didn't want to do any of that stuff. Like I was terrified of it. Like I could do all of like the book stuff. Like I could study and like, you know, I could tell you where like whatever artery is, but I didn't actually want to touch like anyone. And I figured that out in lab class, because we would have to like dissect different animals and things like that, and I just had the hardest time doing it. And it was because like I just didn't want to touch stuff. So I just realized really quickly that that was not going to be for me. So I once again switched my major back to business, and I just started business school in 2017. So like in January, so in the spring semester, I started business school. So I actually started my blog. This was like a really like kind of a cool time for me. I'll put in my first picture that I ever posted. Yeah, so I started my blog in 2016, and that was just like a great time for me. It was really a way for me to kind of like express express myself and just like be a little bit more creative. So you guys know, like, I was kind of alone because all my friends were away at school, or like I was just like in a different place than everybody else because I'm the one who came home from school. I switched my major like 3 times, so I was just like really just like trying to find myself. So I started a blog, I started an Instagram blog, and I kind of just like put everything I had into that. I was taking pictures every day. I was like just shooting with different photographers, like trying to like just branch out and do different things, and I really loved that. And I'm so glad that I started that because now I have this and I do this, and it's just like a really fun hobby of mine. And I always looked at it as a hobby. Like, I was going to school and I was also just like doing something I really loved like on the side, and I just like always loved that about this. Like, I do it as my hobby, and it's like a stress relief for me. It's a way for me to kind of like just set myself aside. I think like it just, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not trying to be like super dramatic about it, but I love that I started this, and I love that I started a blog because it really opened so many more doors for me. So after I started my blog, I also bought my first car. I'll put it in here. I still have this car actually, and it's probably almost time for me to buy a new car now soon because it's almost been 4 years since I've had this car, and I was really proud of myself because I bought it all by myself. I paid for it, well, you know, put the down payment down on it all by myself. It was completely in my name. Like, I didn't need to have like a co-signer or anything, so that was like a really exciting time in my life. I bought myself something new, and I was just like so excited about that. So that also happened in 2016. And then in 2017, I feel like my life really picked up. This is when I really started like living and just doing things for me. So in 2017, I started working at Copper Fox. If you guys have watched my videos like a long time ago, you would see like I would bring my camera to work with me and I would like film stuff. I absolutely love that job. I feel like that job made me who I am. Like, I learned so much from working at a small business and just like working for like a local business, and I did absolutely everything for that business. So I feel like I really learned how to run a business by working there. I did all the social media, like I did some of the buying, I did literally everything, and it was just like the best job. I just learned so much from that job. So started working there. I'd also turned 21. That was really exciting. I don't know why, but like I was just like so excited to turn 21. I feel like everybody is, but I was like extra excited. I couldn't wait. Like, I just wanted to be 21 so I could like go out and like just live my life and just have fun. So turned 21. That was super exciting. My friends and I celebrated, and then I turned 21 in March, and then in May went out of the country for the first time. So me and 2 of my cousins, my friend Cassie, my friend Lex, and her fiance, at the time he was only her boyfriend, but we all went to Punta Cana, and that was the first time I think all of us went out of the country. Maybe not actually, Cassie went out of the country before, and I think my cousin Ryan did as well, but that was the first time for most of us being out of the country, and we all went together and we just like had the best time. It was so fun. We just did like a lot of things that we like never had done before. We went snorkeling, we went on ATVs, like we just did the best stuff. It was so much fun, and that like kind of what started my little like travel bug. Like, I wanted to go on a vacation like every single other month after that. I was just like so excited to travel. That was my first time ever really like traveling, and it was really fun. So then also that summer I went, this summer was like a really packed summer because I turned 21, so like I just felt like, I don't know, and I had a good job and I just like could afford to do things. So I also went to a music festival that summer. I went to Governor's Ball in New York City. Me and my friend Ashley went. I actually bought her ticket for her birthday. So her 21st birthday was in December. So in December I bought her a ticket. Well, I was like, you know, this will be like your birthday present, I'll take you, because she lived in New York City. So, well, she was interning in New York City that summer, so I was like, hey, like, I'll come and stay with you, we'll go to Governor's Ball. So we went to Governor's Ball. It was so much fun. That was my first ever music festival, and we just had so much fun. It was just a great time. I saw Kaylani, and she was like my favorite ever. I literally cried watching her, so that was so much fun. And then me and my friend Ashley, so the same person that went to I went to Governor's Ball with, we went to Las Vegas. So for my birthday, she surprised me with a plane ticket to Las Vegas, and we went in August, and it was so much fun. We went for like a long weekend. I think we went from like maybe a Thursday to a Sunday or a Friday to a Monday, I'm not sure, but it was so much fun. Once again, like a once in a lifetime thing that I ever did. Like, I was just so excited to be there, and it was so much fun. We saw Travis Scott like concert. He was just like actually performing in the club in our hotel. We stayed at the MGM and he was performing there. It was so much fun. We went to one of those like cool pool parties, like the pool like club things. So it was just so much fun, and wow, like it's just crazy that I did all of that in a summer. And then I really just, in that year, I got into social media. I started my YouTube channel. I just really kind of like dove into like really kind of doing this and just like making this like a really big part of my life. And then I feel like that's when like I made so many friends and just met so many people. And yeah, it was great. So then to start 2018, I started my bachelor's degree in 2018. So I basically just like started working on that. I was going to another college, finishing out my degree. So Dylan and I actually started dating in 2018. We have known each other for years and years. We've known each other for literally like 10 years, I want to say, because I've known him since, yeah, like I've known him since 2009, literally, so 10 years. We actually dated in 2009, which is so funny. So yeah, we started dating again in 2018, and everything was just, you know, good. I also went to New York Fashion Week. That was my first time going in 2018. It was so much fun. When I got the opportunity to go, I was literally like crying. I was so excited to go. And yeah, it was really, really fun. It was just like such a surreal like time. I couldn't believe that I was like in New York City for Fashion Week, going to fashion shows, like seeing all these like people and designers and like celebrities, and just like being around like all these people I followed on social media. It was just like so cool. So that was the first time I ever went to Fashion Week. And then in October, me and my cousin Courtney again and a couple friends, we went to Nashville for the first time. We were just like obsessed with Nashville. I followed these two bloggers who lived in Nashville, and they would always like show really cool stuff and like just make the city look so cool. So we all decided to take like a girls trip to Nashville. It was so much fun. Nashville is actually like I would say crazier than Las Vegas, to be completely honest. Like I thought Nashville was gonna be like crazy, but like a low-key crazy. You know, Nashville is like wild. So that was really, really cool, and we got to do that. And then also we literally, I think my entire friend group, I think every single person I know basically besides a few, us and all of our boyfriends went to a cabin in Lake Placid in December for my friend Ashley's birthday. She's the one who kind of like planned it and kind of set it all up, but there was a few other people's birthdays too, so we kind of celebrated everyone's birthday. It was really, really fun. We just like rented out a huge cabin for the weekend. We just like hung out, went to the hot tub, had drinks, made dinner together. It was just really, really fun. Just such a fun time, and I loved it. Such a great memory. This is out of order, but also my best friend got married in 2018, which was just like crazy. It was the first person that like I knew like my age, or like, you know, that I'm friends with, that got married, and I was in her wedding, and it was just like the most beautiful wedding ever. I was so happy to be a part of it. And I've also known her for like 10 years now. We've been friends for like 10 years, and just to be in her wedding and just be a part of her day was just so special. So I was so happy to do that. It was so nice. And yeah, the wedding was just absolutely beautiful, and I'm also glad that Dylan got to be there with me. So like we went to kind of like our first wedding together, which I just thought was really special. And then to start out 2019, Dylan and I actually took a spontaneous vacation right after Christmas, like right after the new year. Dylan and I decided to go to Florida, just the two of us. We went for like I think 5 days or something, and we just like relaxed and hung out and just spent like a lot of time together. And winter is really hard for me because I just like, I don't like the cold and the like there's not enough sunlight, and I don't know, I don't do well in the winter, and he knew that, so he decided to surprise me with a trip to Florida. So that was amazing, and I was like really happy to go on a vacation with him, just like him and I. And then I also went to Fashion Week again after that. It was really fun. It was my first Fashion Week in the winter, so it was a lot different than the one I went to before in August, because in August, I think it was like August, September, it was like really hot, and then I went in the winter and it was really cold. So that was like really kind of a different type of situation. Like, it was like kind of like, I don't know, it was a lot different. I also started working with brands in 2019, which was really fun, and just like something that I never thought would happen. I also had the coolest 23rd birthday ever. I had a 90s themed birthday party. We went roller skating at like a really old roller skating rink, and it was just so much fun. All of my friends came and it was just such a good time. We all dressed up like 90s, and I had like cool like old 90s snacks like Slim Jims and like just like all the cool old stuff that we used to have, and I just thought it was just so much fun. I think everyone had such a great time, so that's what we did for my 23rd birthday. And then right after my birthday, actually, Dylan and I moved in together, so I moved out and into his place, and yeah, we kind of just like totally like threw everything into our relationship and really just like took the next step together, and yeah, it's been great ever since. Like we have finally like really gotten to like a place where we know each other's schedules and we know how to like, we just really like mesh well together, I think, and I love it. And I'm so glad that we like took the leap and just kind of did it, because now it's just like great and we love living together and we just like spend so much time together, and yeah, I love it. And then we actually, I moved in March, and then in June we went to California. So Dylan's birthday's in May, and in May I gave him, I basically gave him like tickets, like plane tickets, and like Airbnb. That was like my gift to him, to California. So yeah, for his birthday in May I gave him tickets and everything for California, and in June we went to California with one of my best friends, Tori, and her boyfriend. So it was me and Dylan, and then Tori and her boyfriend, and that's like the first time Dylan and her boyfriend ever met, so we were kind of nervous, like we're going on a trip with them. They never met, but they like are like such good friends now, so I'm so glad that we did that. And like it was just like such a good trip. California is literally my favorite place in the United States. I think I haven't been everywhere, but it's literally my favorite place. I don't think any place in the US will ever beat it. It's just so like, I don't know, when I was there I just felt so happy, like just so happy. Like even if something went wrong, I was just still happy. Like I just had the best time, and I think Dylan had the best time. I think he loved it. Like we both love California. Actually, for Christmas he booked another trip to California, so we, to say the least, we love California. Like I would probably move there, to be completely honest. So yeah. Then come July, me and all of my friends went to the Bahamas together, so that was really fun. That was like a big group trip, so it was there was 5 couples, so there was 10 of us, and that was just like such a great time. Once again, we went on a cruise to the Bahamas, so it left out of New York City, and we went to Florida, and then we went to 2 different places in the Bahamas, and it was just so much fun. Everyone had just like the best time. Like we just all were like hanging out and swimming and drinking and just playing games every night, going to dinner, going to shows. It was just so much fun, and yeah, it was amazing, to be completely honest. Then my 1 year with Dylan was in August, and that was really fun. We just celebrated being together for a year, and yeah, it was really special, you know, so fun, and just we've done so much together in a year. It's crazy to think about. And then in the beginning of September we went to Disney with his brother and his brother's fiance and their 2 daughters, and that was so much fun. It was my first time ever being to Disney. Dylan has been before, but as a kid, so he didn't really remember it. So it was kind of like our first time going as like adults together, and we just had so much fun. We literally felt like kids again there. It was just so fun. I love Disney. I want to go back again. Yeah, that was just really fun, and I'm glad we went with like family and stuff, and that was like our first kind of experience of Disney. Then I went to Fashion Week again. I brought a friend, and it was really fun. It was like just, I was glad I got to bring someone to experience it too, because like I was so glad the first time my friend brought me to experience it, so to bring someone else now and have them experience it, it was just so fun. And I love Fashion Week. I think it's a great time, and yeah, I was just really glad to get to go and go to like the parties I got to go to and the events and stuff like that. And I went to an event with Missouri. I did a jewelry collection video and I mentioned Missouri. They actually invited me to their event and it was literally amazing. It was so fun. And yeah, I'm so glad I went to that. And then just this month in December, I graduated college. I got my bachelor's degree. So after all that, like dropping out, switching my major, this, that, crying, being so stressed, I finally graduated college and I have a degree. I am a college graduate, guys. I have my degree finally. So happy. And yeah, that is kind of just my decade in review. So I went from being this like little high school girl who had no idea what the hell she wanted in life to now a college graduate who still kind of doesn't know what I'm doing with myself, but I kind of have a better idea of just who I am in general and just like what I want out of life. So yeah, that's my decade in review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and you kind of feel like you know me a little bit better. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below what was your favorite memory from all of this last decade. Yeah, I think that would be really fun if everyone left a comment telling me what their favorite memory from this decade was. And yeah, I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!